There's a few things about the Maryland Mortgage Program that I want to cover and why this is such a gem of the program. First of all, I want to set the scene for you. Now, imagine the Maryland Mortgage Program as a hotel, the Hotel of Maryland. And in this particular scenario, there are various types of rooms in the hotel. You have king-size rooms, rooms with queen-size beds, suites, etc. And all of these represent the variety and the various types of programs that are eligible under the Maryland Mortgage Program. First, we're going to talk about the Maryland at First Advantage program. Now, this program doesn't give you any money towards down payment assistance. Rather, what it does is it offers you a competitive interest rate. Now, the state of Maryland publishes their interest rates online for the Maryland Mortgage Program and the First Time Advantage program. This allows you, as a home buyer who has the 6 or 7% that's needed in order to buy a home, it allows you the opportunity to get into a home in the state of Maryland with a lower down or a lower interest rate. What does that mean? That could save you hundreds of dollars per month. Now, as of October the 3rd, which is when I'm filming this video of 2023, the interest rate for the Maryland Mortgage Program is 7%. Now, the current prevailing interest rate based on the Mortgage News app that I use to follow interest rates is closer to 7 3/4, and in some cases and some lenders, 8%. So it makes a huge difference having that lower and that competitive interest rate. The next opportunity that is offered by the Maryland Mortgage Program is their First Time Advantage 6,000 program. Now, this is going to give you $6,000 towards down payment assistance to either one of those. Now, if you watch some of my earlier videos, you know that there's 3 buckets of money when it comes to purchasing a home: earnest money, down payment, and closing costs. And so if you have some or most of those funds available and you just need to fill the gap, that $6,000 could be just what you need to assist you. The next option they have is the Maryland Mortgage Program 3% loan program. Now, in addition to a 3% loan program, they have a 3%, a 4%, a 5%, and a 6% loan program. Now, these are all going to assist you with purchasing a home by covering some of, if not all, of the down payment and closing costs that's needed. Now, you will be subject to the interest rate that is offered by the Maryland Mortgage Program, but in most instances, you'll find that that's on par with or slightly less than what are considered competitive or conventional interest rates. Another great option is the Montgomery Home Ownership Program. This program will give you $25,000 maximum or up to 40% of the household income towards down payment and closing costs assistance for anyone that's looking to move in Montgomery County. This is going to be a huge opportunity and a huge savings for you as you look to navigate the real estate market. Now, one thing is clear in our region, in this Maryland, DC, Virginia location, is that housing is a demand and that people have a desire to move into our area. And so you may be new to this area and a new first-time home buyer or a new resident, to the region, and think that at some point home prices and values are going to return to normal or they're going to lower. That has not historically been the case. In fact, people will tell you not just 20 years ago you could buy a semi-detached or even in some cases a detached home in DC for under $100,000. And so the supply and demand is quite real, and while our area is insulated from seeing dynamic movements negatively as it relates to home prices and values, we are not insulated from seeing positive gains in home prices and for those gains to increase astronomically. So the name of the game is to secure the asset, leverage the program, and figure out a strategy for how to manage the interest rate. Next up on our list, as far as options that are available to you, is the Green Belt program. Now, specifically, if you're living in as a renter in Greenbelt, Maryland, there's an amazing opportunity for you if you are also looking to buy a home in Greenbelt, Maryland. They are offering you $15,000 towards down payment assistance. Now, you can also stack this with other programs. So what does that mean? That means that if you would like to leverage the Greenbelt program and leverage some aspect of the Maryland mortgage program proper, you can do just that. It's about making sure that you're working with the right lender, and you can look at what are the qualifications specifically for you and make sure that you meet all of those qualifications. The next opportunity that exists in Maryland is the Maryland's Pathway to Purchase. Now, this program exists in the state of Maryland and is offered as a way to fill the gap for first-time home buyers who are looking to purchase a home. Whether it's a resale or you're looking to buy a new construction property, this will give you up to $10,000 in down payment or closing cost assistance. And this particular type of program can also be stacked with the Maryland Mortgage Program proper. It is administered by a separate government entity, and so it creates just another opportunity for you to access additional funds. Now, what's important to note about these programs is that there are going to be requirements and specifically eligibility. Now, one thing to note is that there are going to be two or three things to keep in context. Outside of income, it's going to vary by locality and by jurisdiction. So it's going to be important that you make sure that you evaluate that. What you can earn in Prince George's County and use a program is most certainly going to be different from Anne Arundel County, or if you find yourself in St. Mary's. Another important detail of the program is to remember that eligibility starts with your credit score and what your lender says that you're eligible for. Now, that eligibility for the program starts with having a pre-approved lender. This is a lender that's approved by the state of Maryland. The second is having a credit score that is at least 640. That 640 credit score is going to set the stage for you to access the Maryland Mortgage Program. And then the last point of consideration is savings. If you have a significant amount of money savings, it may be a reason why you may be disqualified from leveraging the programs or funds. So I find that sometimes I'll have clients or I'll do consultations, and the individual is looking to save even more money before pulling the trigger on buying a home. The home buying process can be diverse and vary by location. I'm licensed in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, so I hope that I can serve as a resource for you or someone that you know when it comes time for making the decision to purchase a home. Now, the process, while it has multiple legs and there are multiple moving pieces, and oftentimes those pieces work in parallel, it is not a reason why you should stray away from the process. We are in a unique time. What is the likelihood in the next 10 or 15 years if you choose to sit on the sidelines of ownership? So again, leverage me as your resource to help you through the process. And most importantly, make sure you stay tuned in to all of the real estate resources around you. Take care, and we'll talk soon.